Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? I heard y'all been looking for me. Here I go. Okay. Y'all, your girl is at work, so I had to sneak away for a minute to come and talk to the peoples about this whole Monique and Candiace situation real fast, okay? But first, let me talk to the peoples in the comments. Carolina Girl 28 says, "Hey Shay Renee, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining me this good day." Okay, y'all, I have been out and about living the life of the things, if you will, on vacation. All right, I went to a step event down in North Carolina last week. Came back on a Monday and then had to get right on back to the hustle and bustle of work. It's a lot of deadlines for the end of the year, so your girl has been tied, detained, and restrained to the desk. Okay, and my husband has been he returned today, but he's been out of town for work. So I've been a little single parent for a couple days, y'all, and a bitch is tired and the bitch is me. Okay. But we getting back to our regularly scheduled program tonight. All right. My girl is here. What's up, Lee? Okay. She says, "Hey Shay, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for coming up on here." All right. I know y'all have been a couple people have inboxed me asking about LAMH. I will do my little piece of review for that tonight. And surprisingly, y'all, I've been watching Sisters again, and it was cute for the last couple of episodes, but it's giving we're going to stop the show or something. I don't know why the Karen character is leaving. It's a lot to break down with that. I'm trying to understand Tyler Perry's approach with that whole thing, but listen, Tyler do what he want to do when he want to do it. So we just gonna have to see where that goes. And then last but not least, Beyond the Gates. We got to catch up on Beyond the Gates, okay? We got to catch up on Beyond the Gates, okay? All right. So we're gonna talk about Beyond the Gates. What's today? Thursday. We'll talk about Beyond the Gates tomorrow, because that way we can just kind of recap all the foolishness all in one. K-Dior says, "These end of year work deadlines aren't stressing me out. They'll see me in January." I know that's right, K-Dior. Listen, it's pertinent for me to get my things done, child. Because listen, child, I'm stressed. I'm stressed, y'all. I gotta do it. Listen, I need to be on your tab, K-Dash, where I can just be waiting until January to get things pumping and going. Lee says, "I literally just talked to my husband about you and ordering some more of your drinks. LOL." Oh, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. You know what's so funny? One of my girlfriends, she comes to my step class, and she hadn't had the Lemonade refresher. I'm gonna tell you what she texted me this morning. She texted me at 8:31 in the morning, child. Okay. She says, "Okay, Shay, this drink might be bae. LOL. I need the chlorophyll. It's not too sweet, but tastes good. And I feel the caffeine, which I need and appreciate. I have some spirulina in here, but I haven't done anything with it. LOL. So this juice is right on time. Thank you." I was like, oh, I love that. I love that. So yeah, people loving that refresher. I think you got one too, Lee. But yes, y'all. The juices be juicing. They are listen. That's one product I do get high off my own supply consistently. And the sea moss gel, because I put the sea moss gel in my coffee every day. But yes, I appreciate your support. Thank you, y'all. Shout out to my business, healisticthings.com. Get you some, okay? Get you some, all right? Carolina Girl 28 says, I haven't watched Sisters all season, waiting to binge the whole season. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like I have to get a buildup of a couple of episodes before I watch, because it just be like, girl, y'all dragging. And not in a good way, okay? It's dragging. But y'all, let's get into this Monique, and I'm gonna show y'all myself, because so y'all can know that a girl is, I'm not looking ugly today. It's just, you know, my camera situation. Y'all know this camera be tripping. Let me take it down so y'all can see me for a second, because I ain't been on here in a minute. Did I add myself screen? So yes, I'm here, y'all. I'm working. Okay, I'm here. The hair, I ain't braided my hair up yet, so we still doing these wash and goes lately. But yeah, child, I'm here. But this camera, it sucks. So we gonna go back to this overlay. Okay, we're gonna go back to the overlay. All right. Oh, child, I done took it down. Here we go. All right. So y'all, let me share my screen or whatever. And we're going to talk about Miss Monique Samuels, okay? Now, y'all, I just want to say this. The whole situation with Monique and Candiace. Let me just give my little 5-6 cents on that, okay? Just my 5-6 cents. Why do we give a damn? Comment in the chat. Why would anybody give a good goddamn whether Monique and Candiace become friends again? I just want to comment in the chat. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, okay? Candiace is not on the show. Monique decided to come back to the show where Candiace did not. Candiace sued Monique for that whole situation. She wanted baby girl in the jail. Okay, she wanted baby girl in the jail. Okay? She does not want to talk to Monique. She's made that very clear. Candiace tried to get everybody else on the cast to pit everybody against Monique. So why for come would anybody think that when asked, hey, would you try to reconcile with Candiace, that Monique's first answer should be yes? The reality of the situation is, y'all, if Monique had have said yes, Candiace still would have been like, well, fuck the FDB. Okay, FDB. I don't want to be her friend. I don't like her. So it seems like to me, Candiace is just mad that she can't be like FDB off of some, yeah, and she want to be my friend. But F her, okay? I don't want to be her friend. You want to reject her in the nastiest of ways. You've already rejected her enough. Why would I want to be your friend? Now, by no means am I condoning anything that Monique did in that moment. With Monique fighting, I don't ever think that is the answer. Some of you hoes need to get the shit slapped out of you. But I ain't condoning violence over here. Okay, I ain't condoning that. But don't be fucking with me, because I don't play that shit. Okay, but anyway, I feel like Candiace inside, like, I'm not going to say that she deserved that. But here's the thing. You are the type of person, Candiace, to me, at that time, from what I consistently saw, is the type of person that only wants people around her that are going to agree with her. She don't like nobody to say anything that goes against what she's saying or how she feels or whatever. Okay? She wants yes people around her. And that was created when she got everybody together and told them, listen, if you like Monique, you ain't my friend. And then she totally disowned, even though her and Ashley wasn't besties in the first place. You disowned Ashley because she didn't agree with you. And she wrote that statement for Monique. You got pissed at Karen because Karen wasn't going to say that, Monique was the Hulk and she just ghetto-fied and she just walk around slapping hoes and this is her character. No. No. You and Monique got into a debacle, a kerfuffle, if you will. It's unfortunate, but that's what happened. You didn't get your way in the situation. You seem like Candiace seems like the type of person that's used to getting her way in life all the time. Go cry to your mommy and your daddy and you get whatever you want. That don't work with grown-ass women, other grown-ass women. Okay? You're going to have arguments and issues. Child, hell, I was just on my trip to North Carolina and I probably pissed my damn friends off, even though they pissed me fuck off a little bit. But I get over stuff quickly with my friends, with people I loves, okay? We drove down to North Carolina. It's a 6-hour drive, and my friend drove and all that. But then when we were coming back, she ain't tell us that we had to drive. And I'm like, well, bitch, I know you ain't telling me at the last minute I got to drive home. And I was up all damn night. I would have been grandma and went to bed. But I say all that to say is you're going to have disagreements with your friends and they're going to get upset with you and they're not going to like the way you respond all the time. But guess what? I'm over that because the juice is not worth the squeeze for me to hold on to my anger. It's not worth it. I still want to be friends with my friends is what I'm saying. Even though I feel right and justified in my position, I wasn't going to hold on to my anger and be like, oh, well, I'm going to wait for you to bow down to me and apologize to me the way I want you to apologize. No, let that shit go. Candiace is not willing to let it go. Monique is not willing to grovel and say she wants to be her friend again. Everybody else, get the fuck over it. We don't care. I don't care if they want to be friends. I simply don't. I don't. Okay? K-Dior says, drag me, Monique. Be careful what you ask for. Exactly. I ain't gonna tell a bitch, yeah, you hit me then. Hit me then. And if the bitch hit me, then hell, I asked for you to hit me. Shit. Child, people be tripping, but let's get into the thing that's got these people panties in a daggone uproar. Okay, so Monique, she went to Watch What Happens Live to go talk to Andy. Okay, and we're gonna have to freeze this periodically because, child, I don't want to Watch What Happens Live to be coming after me and shit. Okay, but first, before we talk about Candiace, I want you to see Monique actually talked about that scene that they had on the latest episode with her and Giselle. I kind of knew that they were going to leave a bunch of stuff out, but she said that her and Giselle took a lot of accountability for a lot of things, which it sounds like Candiace don't ever do. But let's get into it.
I loved seeing her sit down with just
everything. Really? She was accountable. We apologized to each other. We got into it from literally.
I can't believe that Giselle actually apologized for some shit. Giselle must see that I believe Giselle does whatever she need to do. See how shocked this lady is? We all shocked just like that. Giselle gonna do whatever she need to do to stay on this show. Believe that.
Literally, I have 4 homes all the way up to the binder.
Because she don't know if she gonna get her daddy's inheritance. So she got to code on to this big check.
Wow.
Like we really went there and we laughed and it was just like, it was very unexpected, but it was refreshing. It was really good.
Well, because I was going to ask you, because I saw you take accountability.
I wonder if Andy is ever going to ask Monique, why did you decide to come back after you said you don't need this little check? Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
A lot in that lunch.
And she did too.
Well, I'm happy to hear that because we didn't show her taking that much accountability and I was curious.
I wish they would have showed everything that she said because she said a lot as well. And we were able to kind of like put some pieces to the puzzle that were missing that I forgot about. And it was a lot.
I'm glad that Giselle is taking accountability. And I'm glad more so even still that Monique is acknowledging it. And she's accepting of it. A lot of people were like, well, why can't Monique forgive Candiace, but you can forgive Giselle? Here's the thing. They've forgiven each other. Candiace has not forgiven Monique. Also, Monique has been very clear that she ain't none of these hoes' friend.
A lot of misunderstanding.
Were you surprised that she took that much accountability?
I was surprised, but I was also like hoping that she would, just because it's been so many years.
Right.
So it was a really it was a nice grown up moment for us. And then
I can appreciate that because it has been a lot of years. So why are we sitting up here holding on to grudges? Like, what you eat don't make me shit, bitch. So why the hell am I still mad at you? Why am I going to be this upset?
He ended on a note where we said we will always throw shade, but to each other's face.
Okay, good. I
Not
like
in the confessionals.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Giselle always gonna be a confessional gangster, Monique. So I don't even know why you believed any pieces, parts, or folds of that. Okay. So let's move on. All right. So the internet has been in an uproar over this portion of Monique's interview on Bravo's show Watch What Happens Live with Andy. When a viewer asked Monique, would she ever be willing to reconcile with Candiace? Let's listen to Monique.
You've seen that you've done so much work on yourself. How do you feel about your relationship with Candiace, and do you see there ever being a reconciliation?
There was no relationship, and sometimes moving on doesn't.
Now, Monique, I'm gonna stop you right there when you're talking about there was no relationship. I remember you saying that Candiace is like a little sister and that you just loved how she talks with her hands like you do. And she's just so spunky and she's a little firecracker and you just want to hug her because she's so cute. And you called her like a little sister to you. And I think that was also why it hurt you, that you felt like Candiace was always, poking and prodding at you, and that she was so neutral when it came to Giselle and the other ladies when they were attacking you. I think that you felt like Candiace didn't defend you enough, and Candiace felt like you didn't defend her enough, or, vice versa. I think there was a big miscommunication in that relationship.
Mean that you have to reconcile. Sometimes you just see people for who they are, and
like we've seen that you've done so much work on yourself. How do you feel about your relationship with Candiace?
And you know your place and you set your boundaries, and it's okay not to rekindle something that isn't meant to be rekindled.
And I appreciate that, because just because I'm back on the show doesn't mean that I came back to be friends with Candiace. Monique, let's be real. Monique came back on this show so that she can promote her essential oils and get a check, because she didn't get much money in that divorce from Chris, because she was like, you know what? I'm not about to fight you for your money. I'm going to go ahead and just get the fuck up out of this, because I got my new man from the radio that I'm over here kissing and hugging and humping up on behind the scenes. I don't want to look like, I'm out here sleeping around on you while we married. So let me get on out this marriage so I can go see if the grass greener on the other side. And I feel like Monique is going to learn that the grass isn't greener on the other side. Or maybe she will. Maybe she will, because there's some things coming out about her relationship with that damn Chris Samuels that a lot of us didn't know. But that's from her perspective. Who knows how he felt about the relationship with her. But, that's another story for another day.
All right.
And you know your place and you set your boundaries, and it's okay not to rekindle something that isn't meant to be rekindled.
All right.
All right. So let's listen to what Monique said in her live. Okay. She just basically said on the show that she's not interested in rekindling a friendship with Candiace. And I'm okay with that. I don't have to want to be. Why does the public want to hear her say, sure, I would love to be Candiace's friend again? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, please, Candiace, please, baby, please forgive me. What the fuck do y'all want to hear her say? I'm not about to be a grown-ass woman at my very particular age, in my 40s, groveling and begging another bitch to be my friend. We clearly ain't on the same algorithm. You go your way, I go mine. Okay, we had an indiscretion in the past where I put my hands on you. I said I'm sorry. You don't want to accept it. I'm not going to keep on begging you to say, like, no.
If Candiace were to come back to the show, would you be able to coexist with her in the same space? Of course, I can coexist with anybody. Listen, yes. I can definitely coexist.
Why wouldn't she be able to coexist with Candiace? She whooped her ass, so she ain't scared of Candiace. And if Candiace came on here talking shit, then it's like, okay, bitch, let it go.
This with anybody. Like I told you, I'm a different space right now. Now, do I have to be friends with everybody? Absolutely not. Do things have to be reconciled and rekindled? No. But you can still like be around people. You know, you just don't have to like, yes, thank you, Antonio Wild. Let me see if I can pin it. Pin comment. Bam. Thank you. Shopbelieve.com, promo code love letters. Oh, but there's no space.
See, exactly. She came on here to talk about her essential oils, okay?
In the promo code. It's just love letters, no space. So just so y'all know. Can you give a 26-year-old who's struggling with life advice? What type of advice do you need? I can absolutely. And I'm telling you, get this book.
And she want to promote her book, child. Okay. All right, Monique, listen. Child, you ain't got to be friends with Candiace, all right? I don't feel that it's a need for them to be friends. Hell, Candiace ain't even come back on the show last season after she had her baby. So, you know, and she ain't really fooling with, and she ain't really rocking with a lot of the ladies on the cast. The same women that you tried to huddle up together to be against Monique, you ended up having a problem with them chicks too. And now, if Candiace does make a comeback to the show, it's probably going to be everybody against Candiace again, which is what she ran away from in the first place, being on this show. So it's like, girl, if I'm Candiace, I would just be like, okay, well, you know, good. I'm glad she's, listen, do your thing on the show, Monique. Just leave me out of it. We are where we are, and I'm okay with staying here. And that would have been enough. I wouldn't have even had a comment. But this is her comment.
This will be I try not to bring you back to your past every week. Oh Jesus. But it came up in the feed. Shout out to Angela Yee. We love you, Angela. Yee. We love Angela. Yeah. She Monique Samuels was on Lip Service. Sorry, I was thinking at Valley. Oh, okay. And I saw the clip. It was essentially saying she meant her apology to you at the reunion. That's what I saw. And it made me...
She said what?
When she apologized, you came up. She said when she apologized to you at the reunion, when she issued that apology, she meant it. The comments were divided on that from what I saw. But it also reminded me of something you said, like at the start of this podcast, she has your number. She never really directly apologized to you. And frankly, as a viewer, and I'm obviously a bit biased because you know me, but even before I knew you, when I watched that apology, I was like, you sure?
I don't even remember. When was this? When did she
apparently said at the reunion. I don't recall I don't know, but she mentioned you came up about. She said she's apologized to you, and I couldn't help That's what that was in the clip. I don't think because based on what you said, I don't think you felt like you got that actual apology, and I don't recall it either. So maybe
Candiace, girl, stop acting like you didn't hear this lady apologize to you, okay? The girl apologized to you. You did not want to accept her apology. You kept on talking over her. You were acting childish. You didn't think that her apology was sincere. But see, that's the problem that I have with a lot of people when they act like, well, the apology isn't sincere. It's not sincere. I'm like, how you gonna say that it's not sincere? You just weren't able to accept it at that moment. And that's okay. That's okay. All right. But let's listen to what Candiace has to say.
I mean, I have PTSD from the entire experience. So it's possible that I could be misremembering, but I do not recall ever receiving an apology from that girl. I mean, and I see a lot of clips of her talking about like how she was unhealed. I'm like paraphrasing, but how she was unhealed and much of her behavior was because she was an unhealed girl, which okay, child, we all got pain. We all got some healing to do and therapy to do. But it's just, it all like reeks to me of like skirting around real accountability. Mostly because, like you said, if you wanted to apologize to me, you would have and could have called me directly. I'm not now, nor have I ever been, with none of this show shit, this camera shit, like this. Oh, I wanted to apologize, but I wanted to save it for this camera or that camera. That to me is a crock of, like, when you inflict real live pain on people and real live trauma on people, you need to offer a real live apology that does not need to involve cameras. So it's just all of these conversations about me or that involve me or are me adjacent. Is I don't take it, I don't consider it as remorse or apologetic. And I also think it's cute because I don't really see her out in the public much speaking unless she is talking about me. So what does that say about your relevance or lack thereof?
I don't know if that part of I couldn't remember laugh. Yeah, I mean, you come up, you show up on the clips, and actually, I thought of as a side, Ashley was calling Stacey on the most recent episode a lying asshole, and I was like, she sounds like you. That's like your verbiage. It didn't hit the same, but no,
I wish I could share.
Only about she seems
the things I know about
she's saying that she's in a different.
I just feel like this, Candiace. It's okay if you don't want to accept Monique's apology or you don't want to move forward with Monique. That's fine. That's perfectly fine if you don't want to do that. You don't have to be friends with Monique. None of that. But for you to sit up here and say that the girl never apologized to you and her healing journey is basically, oh, we all got healing to do, whatever. You just basically dismissing now, but let me go ahead and backpedal just a few seconds. I was skeptical about Monique and this healing journey too. But I've learned at the end of the day, it ain't my healing journey, and I really don't give a damn. If that lady over there healing, let her go ahead and put some Neosporin on it and some Melaleuca oil and keep it pushing and let the skin grow back on top of the wound and heal. Okay? Go on and heal, girl. All right? And that's that on that. I'm not about to sit up here and hold on to a grudge with somebody. Life freaking goes on. Now, do I think that Candiace was an easy target? Yeah. I think that Candiace is, she talks a whole lot of shit, but I think that Monique knows she ain't got no hands and that all Candiace do is talk. And she was just an easy person for her to use as her punching bag. Candiace was the closest to her. And Monique was taking out her frustrations that she was having in her marriage with the other ladies on the cast. She was taking it out on the person that was closest to her, which was Candiace. That's what I saw. That's what I deduced from the whole situation. Okay? Other than that, Candiace, you got a baby now. You are, apparently happily married. Who gives a hell about what Monique... Girl, what do you want from this lady? What do you want from her? She definitely gave you a sincere apology. Matter of fact, let's play the apology. Okay? I'm going to play it for y'all.
That you were doing snake stuff behind my back, Candiace. Don't sit here and try to act like you're so innocent. No, I was not. And I'm not. I've never purported myself to be innocent. But I'm assuming you would agree, whatever she was doing allegedly behind your back didn't warrant a physical attack. No, it didn't. I've made that very clear. Okay. Nothing even in that night warranted that. But it happened. I take a responsibility for my actions. Responsibility for I had a terrible in front of all lapse in judgment, and it doesn't hold up. Control. It doesn't hold up. That. And there's no other excuse for it.
All right, let's take a breather.
So there you have it, y'all. The lady apologized. She said there's no other excuse. I take full responsibility for what I did. I take full responsibility for it. I should have never done that. Okay? And she apologized. What more do people want from this woman? Like, Candiace, girl, stop. Stop it, girl. Let's listen to the apology one more time. Let's listen to Candiace, and then we're going to listen to the apology one more time.
Should not have, and it never should. Over what? Over what? I could see if, I'm sleeping with your husband, I stole your money, but nothing I've ever done or said to you warranted that. You were doing snake stuff behind my back, Candiace. Don't sit here and try to act like you so innocent.
Now, Candiace, you did do stuff behind her back, because when they were saying, when all of y'all got together, as y'all say that y'all do before each season to get your little storylines together, you heard them saying that the little one, their Chase, their youngest kid, was not, they were going to come up with this whole scheme and a scam to say that that wasn't Chris Samuel's child. They were going to come up with this whole scheme and a scam to say that that was not Chris Samuel's son and that it was some trainer's kid. You did not go back and tell Monique that. Karen did. Let's start there. Monique was supposed to be big sis, and you sitting at the table while they saying this stuff. I'd be goddamned if I'm sitting at a table with people talking about my good sis, and I'm not going to go back and let her know what's up. Shit me.
No, I was not. I've never purported myself to be innocent.
But I'm assuming you would agree whatever she was doing allegedly behind your back didn't warrant a physical attack.
No, it didn't. I've made that very clear. Okay. Nothing even in that night warranted that. But it happened. I take a responsibility for my actions. I had a terrible in front of all the cameras. Judgment, and it doesn't hold up. Control. It doesn't hold up. That, and there's no other excuse for it.
All right.
So I played it again, y'all. There was the apology. Let's continue to listen to what Candiace saying here.
Different space on the show and all that stuff. But when I watched it, I was like, that's not her. But if you really want to show that you're different, you and you want to say you're healed, I would imagine you would have a different conversation with the person you hurt. That's all. Right. And so, you don't have to take it or whatever.
But everybody else is for naught. And it is for naught, except for clout. Like you are simply appealing to who you think is the audience that you need approval from. Otherwise, just shut up and go live in your house with your kids. Just
a new bird. Good luck.
And your new bird. She got a new bird?
Girl, the lady was asked a question. Like, why you gotta talk about her living in her new house and her bird and all? Child. I mean, listen, like I said, there is never an excuse for somebody to put their hands on you. There has to be another way to deal with a situation. But girl, my God, my Lord, today, okay? Candiace, let it go.
Another new bird?
Yes, when she on the episode, she did mention she had a new bird. Yeah. R.I.P. to the other one, but she got a new bird.
Bird killer, that's what they call her.
See, and why you gotta say that? Why she gotta be a bird killer?
This will be I try not to bring you back to your past every week.
Right, y'all, but that's Candiace and her forever bitterness with this whole situation. Let me read y'all comments before we get into the petty of 50 Cent. You know what? I might save that for another time, Cheryl. K-Dior says a grown-up moment that they don't air. They missed the mark, not showing Giselle taking accountability. Yeah, I think they want to continue to show Giselle as this big sister almighty, hazing sorority big mama, I think that's old and tired. And even people that are doing that now currently in colleges, you're lame. That whole title is just lame. Who's out here bullying people? Like, bullies have no self-esteem. There's something within them that is a problem that they are projecting onto other people. And that seems to be the space that they want to consistently have Giselle live in. And I'm in a need for her to do something different, because you already don't have a storyline, and to continue to create this as her mantra, it's like that would have been a great moment to show her as a human, a changed human at that. Lawson Blair is in the building. What's up? What's up, Lawson Blair? Thank you so much for joining us, sis. She says, "Hey, Shay and chat. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining." K-Dior says, "If he don't stop all this stuttering and ask her what she thinks, sir, use your words." Right. He was just like, "Listen, I know she done told me to stop asking about the damn show, child, but it's on the internet. And we gonna get a couple more views on our videos if I talk about it. So go on, here goes nothing." Lawson Blair says, "I'm sorry. That wasn't an apology, in my opinion." Okay. Let me see. Okay, why you feel like that, friend? She says, she goes further to say, after Andy pressed Monique about being sorry for her actions, she finally said something like, "I'm sorry if you haven't healed or were hurt." I don't know. I've seen Monique, even I was looking for a clip. I played for y'all the clip of her apologizing on the reunion, because that was the last time that they were face to face where she apologized. But Monique has apologized several times on her YouTube, on her live streams afterwards when she started going to therapy. So, I don't know. I don't know what the people want the lady to do, child. I don't know what they want her to do. Ms. Vaughn says, Ms. Vaughn is also one of my members. Thank you so much for being here, sis. I appreciate your support. She says, "Hi, Shay and Chad. Happy Thursday." Happy Thursday, Ms. Vaughn. Thank you so much. Lawson Blair says, she was hurt, Monique. You were banging her head relentlessly. And to make matters worse, and showed me something was off with Mo, was her running after Candiace after the fight, threatening to unalive. Yeah, to unalive her. Yeah, that was, like I continue to say, that was not okay. I think that Monique, I'm glad that she went on and dealt with, whatever was going on, and dealt with her childhood trauma or whatever. The people that consistently go to therapy say, listen, I go to therapy too, but a lot of the shit that's going on in my grown-up life, it ain't because of some shit that happened in my childhood. Well, it's some shit that happened when in my teenage years. I guess that's your childhood too. But like, I relate a lot of things to, for me, this is just for my own personal healing. I had to stop expecting me from other people, where I'm willing to give my last, my first, and my everything for somebody that I care about. I had to learn to accept that everybody isn't going to do the same thing for me. And I've been like this all my life. So when you've been a certain way all your life, and Monique probably has been in defense mode a lot in her life, trying to be accepted, doing all the things. And she probably was fighting within herself while being on this show, because there's a continued display of her trying to exude perfection. And the Wiz's curtain was pulled down when she got upset and found herself in this debacle with Candiace, because her emotions took over. She wasn't looking perfect in that moment. Her struggles were showing. She was struggling amongst this group. The women were attacking her. She wasn't the most liked lady in the room. And I think that bothered her. And the fact that Candiace didn't stand up for her as her friend the way that she would have liked her to, she was her target. She was her target for her anger. Monique's anger in that situation will never be okay. I don't think that girl deserved to be dragged and slapped and tugged on the way that she was. And that was embarrassing. And I can understand why Candiace is embarrassed. But Why are we still talking about this in 2025? Just why? I just want to know. Okay. Designs Decor 63 says, "Hey Shay and chat, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you." Lee says, in my Tyrese voice, "What more do you want from me?" Okay. Yes. What more do you want? What do you want? What do you want, peoples? What you want, what you want, what you want. Okay? Let it go. Yes, Brittany Janae 314 is in the building. Okay. Also, one of my members and my cancer sister. All right. Thank you so much, friend, for being here. I truly, truly appreciate your support. She says, "Hey, my beautiful cancer sis." And chat, what's up? What's up, Britt? Thank you so much for joining me. Brittany says, "Hey to Lee." She says, "Girl, we the people are tired. Very tired. Okay. Very tired." Lawson says, "But that wasn't an apology, Shay. She didn't address the person she assaulted in that moment." Also, Monique has talked about Candiace 4 times in the past week. Well, here's what I will say to that, Lawson. Here's what I say about that. For one, in watching the clip, Candiace was not talking directly to Monique either. She was talking to Andy. So Monique was questioned by Andy, so she was talking to Andy in that moment. So she it was both of them being petty on the reunion. It was like, you want to talk to Andy? I'm gonna talk to Andy. I'm apologize to you because I really am sorry for what I did. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. I don't know, but she did. Nevertheless, she apologized in the moment. Both of them were being petty. Like I said, Monique could she have addressed Candiace directly and said, "Candiace, I know I would have called her out if I was Monique. I'd be like, listen, you haven't really been talking to me the entire time, but I hear you. You've been talking to Andy, and instead of me doing the same thing that you're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and address you directly, and I'm gonna say I sincerely apologize for what happened. I never meant for that to happen that way. Blase, whatever." But both of them were talking to Andy. Candiace wasn't talking directly to Monique. She was talking all that shit about Monique and the court case and all this, her suing her and this, that. She did all of that talking directly to Andy. So Monique listen, don't dish it if you can't take it. Okay. That's my thoughts on that. Caramel Kisses 1524 says, "She took accountability, but I definitely didn't hear an apology. LOL." Now, you know what? She says, "I take full responsibility." I thought I heard her say she apologized. I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. Listen. These hoes ain't got to be friends, okay? She knows that Monique knows that what she did was wrong. She was dead motherfucking wrong. And Candiace, and also while we're at it, Candiace doesn't have to forgive Monique. Let's make that very clear too. Just because Monique apologized in her own way or took accountability, whatever, Candiace doesn't, just like Monique doesn't have to want to be Candiace's friend, Candiace does not have to accept Monique's apology at all. They can just literally go on with their lives. That's the great thing about being a grown-ass woman, an adult that pays your own bills and don't need a bitch for shit. You can go on and live your ignorant ass life however you want to. Okay? I don't have to accept a hoe apology, and I ain't got to apologize to a hoe the way that she want me to apologize to her. I've apologized in a way that make me feel good. And if I'm not interested in having a relationship with you, I'm also not interested in apologizing to you in a way that makes you feel comfortable. I'm good. I'm good with it. Okay? And that's just what this is to me. Lawson Blair says, "But Monique and Candiace were not on speaking terms, so Candiace told Karen so she could tell Monique. Because of the heads up from Candiace, Monique was able to stop it from being a storyline." Yeah, I agree. But that goes back to what Candiace just said. She said, well, she could have called me and apologized. She had my number, even though we weren't on speaking terms. She had my number. She could have said, okay, so if you and Monique weren't on speaking terms, we can put the ball back in your court. Why you didn't call Monique and say, hey girl, I know we ain't talking right now, but they trying to have a storyline about your son, child. They trying to say that I was sitting at the table with them and I heard them say that Chase, they gonna come up with Chase not being Chris' son. Don't have other people do for you what you're not willing to do for them. So I agree. Yeah, they wasn't on speaking terms or whatever. At the time, actually, at the time, I thought they were talking. I thought they were cool, and that was a part of why Monique was upset with her, because she didn't call her and say something, and Karen was the one that said something. Child. Love Key says, good afternoon, everyone. Love Key is also one of my members. Okay. Thank you so much for your support, sis. I truly appreciate you. Okay. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Okay. At least Monique house is nice. And is okay. But did she have to say she a bird killer? That was a bit extra. Lee says, right. Tyrone Phillips says 100. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, Tyrone. I appreciate you. My mod is in the building. What's up, Jasmine? Okay. Jazzy Jazz. Jazz is also one of my members as well, fully supporting your good sis. I appreciate you, Jazz, for being in the building. Thank you. My members, I have not forgot about y'all. We gonna have to be double gifting this month, y'all. We're gonna have to do a double gift. All right. So we're gonna do November and December's gift. I'm going to go live later in the month. And we about to go ahead and give out these gifts, y'all. And I think I'm gonna do more than two. I'm gonna do more than just one for the month because it's December. We're gonna see. We're gonna do some nice things. Okay. But shout out to my members. I appreciate y'all, and my mods. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all blessings out here too. Okay. Like the video, everyone. Yes, I love it. Coming in doing the Lord's work. Okay. Coming in doing the Lord's work. Love Key says, in my opinion, both of the ladies are in agreement with not rekindling their relationship. I think they both are good on each other. I agree. And that's okay. It's okay to be good on each other. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to be good on each other. You don't need to sit up here and try to be besties. Because why? Why are we going to be besties? We don't need to do that. It's okay. In Alex 25 says, exactly, Shay. Yeah, like what are we doing here? Like, why are we doing this? Child. Sweet Pea, my friend is here, y'all. She says, hey, what's up? Sweet Pea is also one of my mods, y'all. Shout out to you for being in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you, good sis. All right. Thank you for joining us. Jasmine says she took some accountability, but not all on Mo part. I like her too. Yeah, and here's the thing. I actually like Monique and Candiace. I do. I like both of them. But the thing is, I think that both of them, they both need to be held. They both need to be accountable for their shit. Like Candiace, you need to be accountable for always running your mouth. Now, that doesn't mean that, it's okay for Monique to pop you one good time in it, but you need to understand that when you talking all that shit, somebody just might want to pop you in your goddamn mouth. It is what it is, okay? Like the video, please. You in here watching the content. Yeah, y'all watching and look a who. And come on now, watch this. Go and like this video, okay? Trust me. It's not like Instagram when you like the video and we can go back and see who liked it. If you don't want nobody to know that you like me, that's okay. It's still anonymous. All right. We don't ain't nobody gonna know. Not even me. All right. Hey, Shay and Chad. Hey, Sweet P724. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's talk about this last item up on the list. What do y'all think about Porsha and this new girlfriend? Let's watch. Yeah. Okay, y'all. According to No Skips TV, No Skips T and No Skips T Backup, okay, they posted this former associate pastor Porsha Williams dancing with her girlfriend after previously condemning GAYs from the pulpit. Now, where y'all dig this up from? Where y'all dig this up from? Okay. Now, Porsha, I'm gonna go ahead. This was just a little key to me. I don't really like that whole hold your nose and like something stank dance. I think that is the stupidest dance out here, but you know that ain't. I digress. How long, Tommy? How long y'all think this relationship about to last? How long? Put your comment down in the chat. How long y'all think? Lee, you are so crazy. Not 265 days a year. Jasmine said Candiace do talk too much. She and do. Okay. And do. I hope that changed ever since she had that baby. Lawson Blair's laughing. Lee says, of course, 265 days a year, Porsha. Sweet Pea, I know you lying. She said, my friend said 3 to 5 business days, okay? 3 to 5 business days. Not long at all. Listen, I think it's going to last until this lady come on her period, okay? Okay, because that's how you know when you a real list, be honest, okay? Porsha is not about to be, listen, and not saying that they go down there, licking tomato soup or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you know you really love a woman, when you can, it's all about no matter what, we up under each other, we doing this, we doing that. This my partner, okay? I like all parts of you. Porsha is just probably infatuated with the idea of this situation with this woman. And I think this lady got money, but I don't think she got enough money for Porsha. Porsha wants somebody that's going to help her pay for that house, okay? Listen, she wants somebody that's going to help her get that house out of foreclosure. And I don't know if this lady going to do that. She don't seem like she that dumb. This lady got salon suites. She has several businesses. But she don't strike me as the type that lives beyond her means. So, yeah, y'all, I don't know, child. Brittany says, Porsha, if you like it, I love it. Child, right, okay? If you like it, by God, I love it, okay? Lawson Blair says, Porsha has had 1 million lives. She's been an evangelist. Lawson, a stepfoot wife, queen of Thoughtlandia, an activist, and Simon's Peace. Child, listen. Okay, all of the above, Lawson. Sweet Pea says Porsha GAY for pay. Right, friend. Okay. Listen, she doing all the things to get the coins. All right, all the things to get the coins. Jasmine says she knows she don't like the ladies. It is all cap. Yeah, I think Porsha, do a little booty bumping. She'll do a couple scissors. But I don't think Porsha I don't think that's for her. Okay. I don't think that's for the long haul. I don't think so. Lawson Blair says, I believe nothing she says or even does. She's 45 with the mind of a 14-year-old. Read her down, Lawson, okay? Where's D? Where's my girl D Herford? Because D was like, D be in here. Y'all leave Porsha alone. She love who she love forever. Shout out to D. I love my friend D, child, but she gonna defend. She gonna come in here and watch this video, and she gonna be in the chat. She like, and you damn right. Okay, Porsha ain't did it. I don't know. Porsha is. Let me tell y'all something. Porsha is one of those. I don't know if it's because she's a Cancer or what, but she's one of those Bravo stars that I can get upset with her, But then it's like she do something that just be like, damn it, why you gotta be so charismatic and funny? Now I like you again. But it just a lot of the shit that she do, it don't make no sense for real. But that's just Porsha for you. That's Porsha for you. Okay. Um, hold on, y'all. I'm getting all these notifications. Shay, your analogies are hilarious. Oh, y'all know I ain't got no sense. Love, key. Jasmine Sibbett says Porsha after the money in my sweet tea voice. For sure. Expeditiously in my TI voice. Jazzy Jazz says, oh, now she's 45. Now I forgot about that. No, I think Porsha is what's she, 41? I think she turned 41 this year. She's only a year older than me, and I turned 40 this year. So yeah. In Alex 25 says, I feel the same about Porsha. Yeah, child, Porsha. She ain't, I'm trying to tell y'all, she ain't booty bumping for the long haul, okay? I think it feel good to her. Baby girl probably giving some real good head, and she got the peen in the book bag that don't go slow. It go fast. It go whatever tempo you want it to go. Okay. And that's that on that. I think listen. Porsha ain't in it to win it with this lady. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. I think this girl is just like a really good friend that she can just hump, until she find a man that she, is okay with. And maybe Candy got her a woman, so, she can't go over there with Candy. And she done humping up on Shamia, so she got a, booty bump with somebody else. Child, I don't even know. Hold on, what y'all say? Porsha? No, she's 44, Shay. Oh, she is? I don't know why I thought she was only a year older than me. You're right. Google says 44 years old. All right. Well, damn. Yeah, she too old to be fucking acting like that. Oh, my goodness. Porsha must be having a midlife damn crisis. And Alex 25 says they be having these big think pieces on her. I just be laughing. Yeah, like, listen, everybody has done different things in their lives. They've changed. They are different people. Like Porsha's family was heavily into the church. So, of course, this is how she was acting before, Now she is of the world. All right. Her vagina is of the people. Okay. She will get she will put it on a woman and a man. Okay. Hide your man, hide your wife. Porsha is getting orgasms for life. Okay. It don't matter who gives them to her, whether it comes by way of humping a clitoral bump or two, or if it's a climactic situation from a very stern sausage from Sam's Club. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. And Alex 25 says at all her for a short time, not a long time. Yeah, she ain't there for a long time at all, okay? Porsha just having this ain't serious for her. No, she is definitely just having fun, friend. For sure. Now wait, giving the good head, I'm hollering over here. Yeah, listen. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all just a little something, okay? Just because you a woman don't mean that you know how to give good head, because everybody has orgasms, I believe, in different ways. Because what may feel good to you don't feel good to me. Okay. I had one of well, she ain't my friend, but I was around a group of my good girlfriends, and one of their friends was around, and we were talking about, the bedroom and what we like. Homegirl said that she likes taking it back door, and she has the big O from taking it back door. Now, hell no, that way you will not go. Okay, nobody. Let me tell you something about Shay Renee. You ain't about to put your meat stick in my Buddha hole. That is exit only for show. I don't know how anybody finds that enjoyable. Okay. How did we get here? I don't know. But I'm just letting y'all know. Everybody climaxes in different ways. Okay. Now, Porsha may have found her little angle with this lady, but the point that I was making was that just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you know how to make every woman have riveting orgasms. No, you ain't out here making all the girls squirt and shoot across the room in, mindless passion. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are some women that don't even know how to pleasure themselves and more or less how to tell somebody how to pleasure them. Cause that when I heard good sis say back door is what get her there, I said, girl, I know you fucking lying. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, something. I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, something. Okay, it ain't like I let one person do that to me in my life, and afterwards I said, oh no. When I had to go number 2, it felt like I was shitting knives. Ain't no damn way. Hell no. Okay, that is not for me. Just let y'all in my business for 2 seconds. That is not for me. Okay. So again, what is for one person is not for it might not be for everybody else. But shout out to Porsha and this young lady that she gonna be with for a short time, but maybe a fun time. I hope that this woman is not invested. And a lot of times these studs, they just like men. They can go from woman to woman, which for me, I couldn't do it. But I guess they like, oh well, at least I ain't gonna get pregnant in jail. But anyway, y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. I got to go on back to my good old job. Okay, I got to go on back to my good old job and get my work done because I done took my lunch break with y'all, and this joker over. Okay, it's been an hour. All right. Sweet Pea says, oh no. Not oh no, friend. Carolina Girl 28 says, I agree, Shay. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. And Alex 25 says, you get drunk enough and I forget I didn't like it until I did. What? For real? Child, I don't know. Let me tell y'all, it's been some years. Okay. It's been some years since I've let that happen. Okay. And my husband don't even ask me for that. Okay, don't even ask me for that. All right, you had enough. That's enough. Love Keith says, me either, Shay. Stay from around that area. Yeah, stay from around there. Okay, you got enough tightness and fullness in the front. Okay, don't even go back there. I don't want no booty brownies. All right, no booty brownies. All right, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Jazz says, absolutely, baby. Them orgasms, no meat in my booty hole. No, no, exactly. I have an experience in college secret with a friend. Not nothing again. And yes, it does hurt. No more back door for me. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely, Jazz. It ain't for me either, sis. Okay. I'm glad I got some friends in that area. But listen, there's people that love it. Okay. It's people that love it. I even have a friend that she like for people to go on and put their mouth back there. I don't know why. I don't know why. But listen, that just proves there's different kinks for everybody. Okay, and Alex 25 says, LOL. Look, this turned into an after dark conversation. We got to get Shauna up in here. Shout out to what's my girl's page? Kicking It with Shauna. Is that it? I'm gonna say my good sis page right. I'm gonna say her page right. I'm gonna find it. But yeah, talking shit with Shauna. Talking shit with Shauna. That's what it is. Keep the conversation going and like the video chat. Yes, please like the video, y'all. Britt says, right, my booty hole is an exit, not an entry. A period. Period. Okay. Listen. Get out of there. Okay. And then when listen, y'all. We're gonna get on up out of here after I say this. But when it's just as you wild for this person. Okay. It's a lot of saturation going on. Sometimes they might try to slide on. It might be so saturated. They try to easily. No, wrong way, nigga. Okay, wrong way. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Can you get out of here, please? No. Take it out now. Jazz says the mouth is different and the finger too. I like. You know what? I'm about to say who it was because she might get on my channel one day. But one of my good friends she enjoys a finger. Now a finger is different. I agree, Jazz. That's fine. That is fine. And the mouth I ain't never had because I don't want you to try to kiss me. Even though I'm very clean, but I just the idea of it all. Get out of there and shut the door. Yes, Key. Can you get out of here, please? Stop it. Get on out of there, sir. All right. Carolina Girl 28 says, Shay, you're my internet sister. Yes, sister friend. Okay. Listen. I can't. Get out of there. Okay. Get thee behind me, you devil. Get from around there. Yeah, get from behind there, Brit. Yes. But y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. Let me get on back to work, child. No, look, Jazz, look, we exposed each other because listen, I'm down with that part. I'm down with that, friend. Okay, you and me, we kindred spirits on that moment. Okay, all right, we here, sis. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. You could have been watching and doing anything else, but you decided to come over here and spend some time with little old me, and I do not take it for granted, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that want to know about this stuff too. And tell them skip on to the end if they want to hear about my business or our business, child. They might learn a little something, okay? Keep the conversation, keep the party going in the chat. If you are watching this on replay, please comment in the chat. I talk back, all right? Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Absolutely mean it. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.